Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, we're going to be discussing the state of the game. No real massive guesses or surprise, I guess, to the way I'm going to be talking about this game based on the thumbnail and the video title. I'm not a huge fan of this game, and I honestly don't see a lot of people a big fan of this game. Just before anyone comments saying, "Oh, why are you still playing it?" or anything like that, I make money off this game. I'm grateful for that. I massively appreciate anyone who supports me, whether it be watching my YouTube videos, Twitch, subscribing, any of those. I do appreciate that. And all this comes from a place of I genuinely care about the game and want it to be the best it can be. I promise you, I want to be putting videos about how great this game is. This is it's like ninth or 10th year. I think it's ninth year of full-time content creation. I'm just fed up with the direction the game's going, and we'll talk about it. I could make this video hours long. I'm not going to, of course, but I could. Just in terms of gameplay to begin with, there is an insane amount of issues I could talk about gameplay wise. A huge one being how slow and unresponsive the game is. It literally doesn't do what you tell it to a lot of the time. I've had it before where my controller input's been on the screen. I've aimed up with the controller and it's gone like 90 degrees different direction. That's game breaking, and that's not me even checking every time. Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today, the best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. See like if the game's doing what the controller says. So that in itself, major issue. That is a big thing that keeps happening on this game. Unresponsive, slow. You can't really dribble. Keepers are ridiculous on the game. Sometimes they do awful things, then especially one-on-ones, they're just insane. There's not really much consistency. Look, what was that going on there? Sometimes players feel like they play up to the stats. Sometimes they just feel awful. The defense compared to the attacks way too overpowered. Feels like defenders are way better than attackers, and it's really hard to do much without using some abusive thing. There's just loads of really glitchy ways of playing. The kickoff glitch, power shots are a bit OP. Trying to think of some of the other really OP gameplay things. Corners, free kicks are really good. It just feels like a lot of the things that are good on this game are just OP and they shouldn't be. But then the AI is way too strong defensively. The AI is awful attack. It's dumb. Refs are inconsistent. I had one last night where I got a yellow card, and to me it was no more than a yellow card. It literally gave me a yellow card, and then the game sent my player off. So there's just loads of bugs. It feels genuinely like we are playing a beta version of this game. It feels like I paid £80 to just test the game out, while EA released new patches that barely do anything to improve the game. The game's been out nearly 2 months now, just under 2 months, and it doesn't really feel like it's improved at all. It feels like a beta. It's awful. To top all this off, content, pack weight's absolutely shocking, and it feels like the game's the most pay to win it's ever been. The only game that I could say I feel was close to being as bad as this one and as pay to win is 19. 19 holds a special place in my heart for how much I hated the game, and I genuinely think I prefer that game to this game. But yeah, there we go. The pay to win is absolutely shocking on this game. The top players just stand out way more. In terms of gameplay, just doesn't seem to be much consistency. Rivals seems more responsive to me than champs. So the gameplay is literally different in different modes. You can't play crossplay and get a better matchmaking with better average connections because crossplay is broken because of how bad the hacks are on PC. There's hacks on console. I played someone last night who was using what's obvious. It's called a Cronus device where you can plug it into. This was a nice call, by the way. You can plug it into your console like a USB thing, and it can do some sort of hacks. Whilst not being as bad as PC, it still is a thing. The guy had players who were like running past me, like they had 200 pace, and this is when I've got crossplay switched off. So there's even hacks on PlayStation, just not quite as bad. So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a year where hacks and things have been seen as such an issue. Apparently PC right now, it's effectively impossible to hit 15-0 without using hacks, because you're just going to face a hacker at some point. It's in a pretty sorry state gameplay wise. Packway is by far the worst I think I've ever seen it. I knew this would be the case. One, bad in females just because there's more players to pack, and two, the more they've started to make these packs where it's like 87 times 2, 84 plus rating. You just guaranteed ratings, guaranteed heroes, icons, all these in the packs. It was going to mean packs like jumbo rare player packs, etc. Look at this goal I concede. Bounces and goals like that are just shocking, always on the game. But yeah, as soon as they changed the pack system, it was going to completely change the game. So yeah, even though the rewards in Champs Rivals all on paper look good, you can't knock them in terms of they're improved on paper and look good. They're all irrelevant. I've packed one player this year over 100k, and that's more than most people. It was Valverde. It was a very good pull. I've only packed one player over 50k other than Valverde. That was an 85k Ollie Watkins. I think my third highest tradable pool this year, and this is someone who's hitting the top ranks in every mode pretty much every week. I think my third highest was how's that miss, by the way? Was like 40k. It's near impossible to get good pulls. The SBCs have been, in my opinion, either ridiculously overpriced or just not very good cards. Rush, which was supposed to be a brand new mode this year. Rush, honestly, as an actual mode, is a very good concept and very good. The execution of it has been awful. You can't really play it. I think the last few times I've gone into it, nearly every player but me has just been an AI by the end of it, because there's a bug where people can get a free win or free, it counts towards the thing by just going into it and quitting straight away. How is that like a good mode for the game? Don't get me wrong, there's definitely issues with the community and how the community treat the game, but it all comes back to EA for even allowing it to be a thing on the game. So it's a really frustrating experience. Even this Ballon d'Or event I thought was done really poorly. I like the concept of special team just for the Ballon d'Or, but they're so much better than the current curve of cards. Why couldn't they have done something a bit different? It took me 2 minutes to come up with this concept. Make a separate Ballon d'Or tournament mode that you can only access this week, and if it's popular, they can do it for future stuff. Make it for this. Make it so you can build a team where all the Ballon d'Or cards get full chemistry. So you can build a team easily in that. You can pick an 11 of players you want. Try the different Ballon d'Or cards out. Have fun. You can get, if you get in, there could be like some sort of win bonus, and you play a certain amount of games, and if you win enough, you get certain bonuses. What's Alisson doing there? If you got a certain amount of wins, you could get a special Ballon d'Or, not a 95 rated, but like a better rated version of some sort of card. I don't know what they could have done. And some packs and coins, and that would have been fun. Instead, they put them into champs, where you're using Ballon d'Or cards against defenders that aren't able to deal with them. So this weekend was stupidly sweating. It was just a lot of pot luck at times. Who got luckier? Whose Ballon d'Or card got the more BS in a game? It's really frustrating. Really bad experience for me, in my opinion. And it could have been so much better if they'd have just done something like what I said. This game honestly has a lot of potential in a lot of ways. But this year's game, in terms of the gameplay, I think is probably just broken for the year. Hopefully it gets a bit better. But that's another one. You can just see here, the auto offside traps are just oppressive. It is just not a fun gaming experience in AFC 25. I wish it was, but I'm really not a fan. Let me know what you guys think. I probably could have broke these down into other categories and done a really long video, but I thought a 10-minute run will do. Appreciate you all, as always. Thank you for the support. Hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.